Two slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
The game is second. Brings up second and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Right back to Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. Running right is Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have second and pretty long here. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice. Complete. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And his charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Motioning the tight end now. From the 18 on second down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
O'Connell looking to throw. Marshall there to bring it in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Third and just 2 to go. Here's O'Connell. Got a man. Bowers has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, ball at the 36. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. It sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders looking at second and 3. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And they send a man in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good for a gain of 5. Too tranquil brings him to the ground. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They've got a man in motion. They'll go right back to Madison. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
O'Connell now to throw on 3rd. Searches from the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 4th down, O'Connell. They connect for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. One last play before the break. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. It's going to be a 46-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Epps. And the Raiders get the football back with great field position there at the 36. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, now a chance to add to this lead.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 29. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Raiders first.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Piron. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Straight ahead they go with Piron. And he gets him around 6 there. Marcus Epps making the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. He'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
The Raiders bringing out a couple extra defensive backs for 3rd down. They're in the dime. Now it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. This, our last play of the quarter. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. O'Connell here from the gun. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
A handoff for Madison running left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Madison again. And he's brought down for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
And that's a Kansas City touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Abdullah now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, O'Connell. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Thrown again on 2nd down. O'Connell. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Man in motion, out of the slot. He'll throw it. Complete here to Bowers. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Looking to throw. He connects downfield on 4. Into the red zone. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Abdullah now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. To the ground with Madison. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Throwing now on 1st down. O'Connell. He'll get it complete to Alexander Madison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going left side, Madison with it. Works his way to the 35. He does it, touchdown! The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Carlson now to add one more. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. He's got the squiver. Big lick from the coverage team there. And that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. 1st down throw, Mahomes. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That right there, that takes just the right circumstances to happen. But man, a big boy pick 6, Brock. One of the most universally celebrated plays in this sport.
Look at the smile on your face.
I love it. Big boy touchdown. Come on now.
Well, I think you and a lot of fans are in it for the celebrations. Those big guys do so much work, and now they get their chance to play hero. It is a blast.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. On target to Worthy. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And they pick him off again! Jack Jones has got it! And the Raiders have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point.
Carlson on for the point after.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders make it a 24-point ball game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always